Here at the House of Sports, we have two separate programs. The first is our Academy class program, and with that, what we've done is basically broken down every area of the game and created a class for it. So we have a stick work class, fundamental class, dodging class, attack class, and so on. So that way you can sign up for one of our 8-week sessions, sign up for whatever skill you want to work on, and come for 8 weeks and work on that specific skill. So again, if you sign up for shooting, you would come, work on time and room shooting, shooting on the run, shooting off of a pick, etc. That way, after leaving us after 8 weeks, you'll be a much more well-rounded and overall better shooter. With our lacrosse club team program, what we've tried to do is make it as beneficial as possible to play for us here at the House of Sports. We've put together an unbelievable coaching staff. On the men's side, it's made up of myself. Tony spent the last 7 years at Fairfield University as the assistant coach, and also Tom Guadagnolo. Tom graduated from Syracuse, won 2 national championships there, and spent last year coaching at Division I school for lacrosse. So we've got a great group of coaches on the men's side, and on the women's side we have Anna O'Connor, who played Division I lacrosse at Binghamton. And Jackie Pierce, who played lacrosse at Sacred Heart. So we on both the men's side and the women's side, we put together an unbelievable staff with not only playing experience but also coaching experience to make sure that the players who choose to play for us are getting the best coaching possible. With our practices, it's really focusing on team concept and trying to raise the players' overall lacrosse IQ and understanding of the game. I think that's one thing that really separates great players from good players. Is not necessarily their physical attributes, but what they're able to do, mentally. They're able to play and move ahead, see a play developing, and that's really something that's especially important to me and the rest of the coaches here at the House of Sports, is making great, well-rounded players. After practice, each player also gets a free academy class. That is where we really focus on the individual skills, as I mentioned earlier. So if you're an attackman on one of our House of Sports teams, we'll recommend that you go to our attack class. If you're a defenseman, recommend you go to our defensive class. For our academy class with the attack defense, what we have is you'll have 30 to 40 minutes working on individual concepts and skills, and then the last 20 to 30 minutes will go live. So the attack will go against the D, either working on one-on-ones, 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s, the pick game, inside play, really trying to make sure that by attending that class you'll become a much more well-rounded attacker. And so with that, what we're able to do is, instead of dedicating time to that in practice, we're able to dedicate that time in our academy class. And so by playing for us, you not only get the individual learning through the academy class, but also the team concepts at practice. What you get is performance. And with performance, we've noticed, not only with ourselves, as we've all played, but nowadays more and more kids are, with how competitive everything's getting, taking the performance route, trying to get bigger, trying to get faster, quicker, better control their body. And so what we wanted to do here is kind of put it all under one roof. So you can come get individual training through the academy class schedule, focusing on individual skills, team practice, and then also strength and performance as well. So we've really tried to make it as beneficial as possible and try to separate ourselves from the pack, understanding how many teams are out there. We want to make ourselves different in every way, and we really feel that we've been able to do that. The biggest difference from when I was growing up to now in terms of how the landscape of lacrosse has changed is, for one, the notoriety that it's getting, and because of that, the seriousness that's dedicated to it. When I was growing up, it was still just a spring sport that a lot of people would do to stay in shape. Football players played lacrosse because it was physical and they could run around and stay in shape. But now, because of how big the sport has gotten, the TV recognition and all of that, it's given the sport much more validity. And because of that, kids are getting started earlier and earlier and becoming more serious. And so, when I was growing up, I played hockey and lacrosse, and I only played lacrosse 3 months out of the year, 4 months out of the year, and play hockey the rest of the time. And now that's not really the norm. More and more kids are dedicating more time to lacrosse. And I will say I don't really agree with picking one sport, especially at a young age. I really feel that playing hockey is something that helped me with my lacrosse game, but I think that's the biggest thing, is just because of how big the college game has gotten, it's only trickled down, and now it's gotten more and more competitive, even down to the elementary school level. So I think it's a good thing. I think it has to kind of keep in check and understanding that young kids playing lacrosse, are just that, still young kids. But I think it's great that the notoriety and respect that the game is getting recently, and I hope that it just continues to grow.